Hi, everyone. I'm Alicia, and today I'm joined again by Barry Nixon of PreemploymentDirectory.com. Barry, how are you doing this week?
I am doing great. Thank you so much for asking.
Of course. So in the last several videos that we've produced, we've been talking about the different implementation steps that you help your customers with. So we've worked through those. You're going to give us a little overview again in a minute, but right now we're to the pre and post incident investigation portion. And those are very important. So you're going to tell us a little bit about what those are and how they differ, and I'm going to turn it right over to you.
Thank you, Alicia. Yeah, for those that may be just jumping into this one, I want to give you the overview process. We start out with helping you develop a background screening policy. We'll help you identify sensitive jobs. We help you align with your employer monitoring policies, which is the pre-process. We help you align with your employee investigation process, which is the post-process, and then develop an effective communication strategy. So let's talk about pre and post-incident screening. And they have a clear distinction. We have the pre-employment screening, and then we have the post-employment screening. So let me talk a little bit more about pre-incident screening. This is screening that occurs prior to any kind of an incident occurring. It's kind of the ongoing, regular part of your business. Over 90% of organizations do pre-employment screening, and more are starting to do continuous screening that come into the picture perhaps when an employee is promoted or transferred to a position that increases the sensitivity or risk to the organization. So that's really what pre-employment screening is really about. And it is something that's very important because it must be FCRA compliant. And there are also other legal requirements. For example, if you have commercial drivers, you have to pay attention to the Department of Transportation, or medical institutions have to make sure that doctors and nurses and other medical personnel have the right credentials. Teachers have to have the right credentials. So it's very important to pay attention to that. And then there may be policies in place as well that deal with checking people's credit periodically that are in the finance organization to make sure their finances are in order, checking driver's records, checking criminal activity for people that are involved in sensitive work, and so on. So again, pre-incident, something most organizations are familiar with. Let's talk about post-incident screening. And that is when something has occurred, an incident, an accident, a data breach, fraud, something that causes you to want to now investigate the situation. It's very important that you have in place a no expectancy of privacy policy, as well as a policy that deals with off-premises behavior. And this gives the organization the right to intervene if your behavior rises to the level that it will impact the organization's reputation. So again, post-incident screening, very important. The rules are a little bit different because it's while it has to be FCRA compliant, it falls under what is called the FACTA Amendment, FACTA, which allows you to conduct an investigation. You don't have to get the employee's consent, and you don't have to give them the full details of the investigation. You have to give them a summary. So again, the rules are a little bit different, and you want to make sure you make this distinction so that you can apply the rules as appropriate. And then we want to share with you a key resource that will serve as kind of a roadmap to help you with implementing a continuous screening program, our employer's guide to implementing a continuous screening program. We hope it's very helpful to you. And certainly if you have questions or want more information, reach out to me at PreemploymentDirectory.com. Thank you.
All right, Barry. Well, thank you so much for telling us a little bit more about that. The pre and post incident investigations, obviously, that is extremely important. So if you are interested, like Barry said, in getting in contact with him and his team, you can give him a call or visit online at PreemploymentDirectory.com.